Hi students, very good morning to all. So, we are seeing the electrostatic potentials and capacitance. So, that is the chapter 2, we are in part 2. So, in the part 2 we have discussed about the what do you mean by potential and potential energy and compared with the gravitational potential, and we derived the expression, that is formula for potential due to the point charge. Now, we are going to see the potential due to the dipole in this part. So, our aim is to find the electrostatic potential at the point P due to the dipole. So, already you know what do you mean by dipole. So, dipole is a system of two charges, equal and opposite charges. So, this is minus q, this is plus q, situated at the points A and B. So, the system of two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. So, take it as a 2A. So, this is called a dipole, and you know the dipole moment which characterize the strength of the dipole. So, P equal to Q into any one of the charge into distance 2A, Q into 2A, already you know. And so, the center of the dipole is taken as O. So, this length is A and this length is A. So, totally 2A. Now, consider the point P at the electric field of the dipole. So, whose distance is r from the center of the dipole, and the distance of r1 from the charge q plus q, and of distance r2 plus from the distance minus q. So, our ultimate aim is to find the potential at the point due to the dipole. Already we know the potential at the point due to the individual charge. Formula we know, that is V equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. So, here the potential at the point P is due to both charges. So, the summation of both potentials which gives the potential due to the dipole. So, let us move to derivation, and for that we are considering individual charges. We know due to the plus q, the potential due to plus q at point P can be written as V1, and we can write 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, where epsilon naught is the permittivity of the free space or air medium. So, into charge q by distance r1. In general, q by r, here distance is r1. So, q by r1. So, this is taken as the V1. So, the potential due to plus q at point P. Now, potential due to minus q at the point P. So, which is V2 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, here minus q and distance r2. So, we can write, put the minus sign here, and q by r2. So, this is V2. So, these are the potential due to the individual charges. Now, we have the potential due to dipole. For that, so summation we have to add the both potential. So, we can write potential due to the dipole at the point P can be written as V equal to V1 plus V2. So, we can write in V1 V2, these terms are common, and only 1 by R1 1 by R2 will be vary. So, common factor taking outside. So, we can write q by 4 pi epsilon naught, and common remaining 1 by R1 minus of, if you add plus, so minus 1 by R2. So, this is the potential due to dipole. So, take it as equation number 1. So, now we have to find R1 R2 from the diagram, geometrical part of view. We find R1 R2 and substitute here, and we can finally obtain the final expression. So, for that you assume the diagram shown in the figure. First R1 in the figure, R1 equal to, so here R1 equal to, we have to write in terms of R. So, R only we know the distance from the center of the dipole. So, in terms of R we can write R1. Here R1 equal to AP. So, AP can be written as in terms of R. So, this is OP. For that we have to extend this line. In order to know the value AP, we just draw the normal to this line, and this is 90 degree, and this point is D. Now, so this is OP equal to R, and this is AP equal to R1. So, R1 can be written as So AP equal to, we can write OP minus OD, which is equal to R1. OP minus OD. So here OP equal to R, and we have to find OD. OD value we don't know. So for that you take the triangle AOD. In triangle AOD, so in this it is a right angle triangle. So this is 90 degree. So this is hypotenuse. So taking the cos theta, if you take cos theta, we know the formula for cos theta, adjacent side by hypotenuse. So here adjacent side is OD by hypotenuse is OA. OA equal to half of the length of dipole. So OD by OA equal to A. So we can write OD equal to, therefore OD equal to A cos theta. A cos theta. So we can substitute the value for OD minus A cos theta. So R1 equal to A R minus A cos theta. So similar way R2 we can write in the diagram. R2 equal to the length of BP, which is equal to, we can write, for that in order to find R2 just you extend this line up to the length equal to BP. So extend and draw this triangle. So this point will be C. So here CP equal to BP. We can write BP equal to, that is OP plus OC. Here this distance is OP plus OC, which is equal to BP. So OP plus OC we can write. Then OP already we know, that is R. So R plus OC we have to find. So now you just take the triangle BOC. In the triangle, right angle triangle BOC, here taking the, this is angle theta, so which is equal to this angle, so theta. So taking the cos theta, we can write cos theta equal to the same formula, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here adjacent side is OC. So this is hypotenuse, this is 90 degree. So 90 degree, this is hypotenuse, this is adjacent side. So cos theta equal to OC by OB, hypotenuse OB, which is equal to OB equal to A and OC. This is, therefore OC equal to, we can write A cos theta. A cos theta. So we can write R plus A cos theta. So R2 equal to R plus A cos theta. So in this way we can find the R1 R2 in terms of R. So this is the important thing from the mathematics side. So we should know to find R1 R2. Okay. So now substitute the R1 R2 in this equation 1. So in this equation 1 you substitute. So equation 1 becomes, therefore equation 1 becomes V equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here R1 R2 should substituted. So 1 by R1 equal to minus R minus A cos theta minus of 1 by R plus A cos theta. So we can write like this. So now simplify this equation. So this will be same, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught, and taking the LCM. So this is one term, this is one term, taking LCM here in denominator R minus A cos theta, R plus A cos theta. Similar the formula A minus B and A plus B. So multiplying both A squared minus B squared we know. So taking the LCM as a denominator, A squared minus B squared means R squared minus B squared, that is A squared cos squared theta, and cross multiply on the numerator. So this will come here R plus A cos theta, and this term will come here. So minus of this value. So minus R, minus of minus plus. So plus A cos theta. A cos theta. So here plus r minus r get cancelled. So, remaining a cos theta plus a cos theta, which gives 2a cos theta. So, we can write, now you write here. So, v equal to q by 4 pi epsilon naught, the remaining term will be a 2a cos theta by here r squared minus a squared cos squared theta. Here already I told initially the dipole moment, we know that dipole moment p vector equal to, simply p equal to, only if you mention magnitude p, dipole moment p equal to q into 2a, we know, okay, and you consider the point a and r. Here a is the half of the length of the dipole and r is the distance between point p and the center of the dipole. So, compared to the r, a will be very, very less, or r is very, very greater than a. So, therefore, if r is greater than a, then this term will be very, very less compared to r square. So, we can neglect this term. If a is very, very small compared to r, then a square will be very, very less. So, that this term can be neglected compared to the r square. If you consider r square is 1 lakh, so a square cos square theta is very 0.001, so we can neglect it. So, for the point of that view, we can neglect, so we can write r squared minus a squared cos squared theta approximately equal to r square. So, you take it equation 2. So, equation 2 becomes this can neglected and apply this also. So, we can write V equal to the potential due to dipole V equal to P by 4 pi epsilon naught r, sorry here r squared. So, V equal to P cos theta also there. So, P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So, this is the potential at the point P due to the dipole AB. So, this is the general formula. If you consider the vector form, dipole moment is a vector and V is the potential. V is a scalar quantity, but it depends on the theta. We know P cos theta by r squared. So, depends on theta. So, we should write in the vector form. For that, we consider P cos theta can be written as P vector dot r cap. R cap means unit vector, which value equal to 1 and only denotes the direction of the P from the dipole. So, its value is 1 and only denote the direction, which means it depends on the theta value. So, we can take it as r cap, unit vector. So, which gives the P r cos theta, as we know the mathematics, the dot product of two vectors which gives a dot b equal to a b cos theta. So, P vector dot r cap or r vector, no problem. So, P r cos theta will give. So, r equal to 1. So, simply P cos theta will be there. So, replacing the P cos theta, P equal to only P vector by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared into r cap. So, this is the vector form of potential. This is vector form. So, both are the same formula. So, this is very, very important formula, potential due to the dipole V equal to P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So, in case of due to the point charge only 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. So, here r squared and here P cos theta. So, this is the final formula, this is the expression for potential. And special cases we can see. Case 1, suppose we consider the point here. If we consider the point at axial line, so this is the axial line of the dipole. If you consider the point here in the axial line, so the theta will be 0, and if you consider the point here, so the theta will be 180. So, that is called axial line. If when P is on axial line, the case 1 is theta equal to 0 degree and case 2 is theta equal to 180 degree. So in case of 0 degree, V equal to, we can write Q by, P cos theta. So we can write P cos 0 by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So we can write V equal to P cos 0 is equal to 1, we know cos 0 1. So P by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared, and theta equal to 180 degree. So V equal to P cos 180. 180 we know cos 180 equal to minus 1. So 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So V equal to minus P cos, this is 180 minus 1. So minus P by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared. So this is the very important result. So the point on the axial line, if theta equal to 0 degree, this will, and theta equal to 180 degree, this will come. The case of case 2, if you consider the point P at the equatorial line. So here equatorial means we know, consider the point P. Equatorial means it equally divides the two half. So if when P is on equatorial line, so theta equal to 90 degree. So V equal to, now V equal to, this is theta equal to 90 degree. So the point may be anywhere else in the equatorial line. It may be here, it may be here, or anywhere else in the equatorial line. So theta will be 90 degree. If you put the theta equal to 90 degree, cos 90 degree equal to 0. So it will come 0. So V equal to 0. It's very, very important result. V equal to 0 means the potential at the middle of the dipole at the equatorial line will be always 0. So this is very important one. So these are the special cases, and these formulas and these results are very, very important for numericals. And here we can note the potential depends not only r square, it also depends on the theta. So first point, and second point, the potential due to the dipole is P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught r squared.